Apophis, Pretribulation Rapture, the midpoint, the trumpet judgments, 1 to 4. I don't have it in front of me. I'm not going to flip through my windows. My thing may go off, may stop. If you follow my line of thinking and you see the times and the seasons, then you'll accept my message. If you find it to be worthy, there's a lot of stuff happening right now, and I know people who follow my videos, a lot of them agree with me on this matter. So let's just think of this first. Excuse me. Feast of Trumpets. There's a lot of people hoping in this. Okay? It's actually an overwhelming number of people, and you can spend days going through videos that are saying the Lord has confirmed, the Lord has said, but he hasn't said. I'm not saying that it won't happen then, but my research tells me it's not going to. It's my deep, blessed internal hope, but I see realistically. It wasn't just Tom Horn. You may have seen Tom Horn on strange shows, and who knows, maybe you don't even trust him because he goes on strange shows. He also goes on good shows too. Very knowledgeable man, quite knowledgeable and saved. He guessed. I guess he had two visions. Was there a vision of the Pope? In any case, he predicted it right. He predicted a prophecy. He prophesied, and it came true 1 year before. So he wrote a book, Petros Romanus. I don't know the full details, but what I do know is I could see from a lot of Catholic websites that he was right. No Pope. So I'm giving you some objective evidence, 100% evidence. He hasn't said any other prophecies that haven't come true. He just said one, and it came true. I would have found this out without him, but he certainly helped me know. And I want you to watch the video as well. I will put two of them because, in any case, how do I begin this? This is what I think is the most important message you've ever heard in your life, aside from knowing Jesus Christ, okay? But this is about Jesus Christ. Do you see the way the world is right now? We know the times and the seasons. There's a rally in Canada against immigration, in London, in Spain, and New Zealand. There was just a 7.7 earthquake this morning. 7.7 in the very same place, Kamchatka. We are a hair's breadth away from war. In the very least, revolution. And by the way, the second that, before making this video right now, I just found out a second incursion of Putin's drones in, I think, Romania or Poland, I forget, but NATO airspace. You see what's happening? These are very dangerous things. And no, I'm not scared. But I have to be strategic in my thought here. So September 23rd or 24th, sure, I hope that we're taken away. But guess what? If we don't, well, some people are going to look quite bad, right? And date setting, I think, is just wrong. What I'm doing here, even though there's a date, it isn't like, it's not predicting out of out of my emotions and and you're going to say, well, it's a Feast of Trumpets and look at the times. I understand. It's still another date set. But the ones I have here are actually objective signs, and you'll hear. So whatever, if that, man, I hope, and the pain I suffer with, I hope. I know he's coming anyways. So I will get to Apophis, but just think about this. What is this other thing in the sky? In space? 153,000 miles an hour. We've never seen anything like this. It's changing color. They're saying it's artificial metal. Now they're saying it's a nuclear reactor. Who knows, man? They're wondering if it's going to hit Mars. In any case, there's a lot of stuff going on. And so say September 23rd, 24th, it passes. I believe Apophis is, without a doubt, wormwood. And the first time I heard of it, and that it was going to come, so this Apophis, which is like the god of destruction of Egypt, okay, I don't know how to explain it like Tom, but I know I can still explain this. It's just like the most unlikely coincidences. It is 1,400. It's 140 stories. Picture a 140-story building. So like the height of the CN Tower in Canada, or the Twin Towers, one of those towers. 140 stories. Okay, I think it was about that. And the width of it is almost as big, 1,200. So 140-story building by 120-story building. That's very big. They're saying, and I've seen the top scientists, okay, top, like the very top, university, the ones that teach in universities. There are a lot of scientists that do not agree with their calculation. So right now, Apophis is 300 million miles away from us. Their calculations by, I don't care if it's AI, whatever they use, they're saying that it's going to come within 20,000 miles, something like that. It's no more than 30. That is almost 10 times closer to the moon, closer to us than the moon. You can travel 20,000 miles, it's probably around the Earth. That's the girth of the whole thing. Do you understand how close that is? And if they told the people that it is going to hit, which they never would, on that day, people are going to stand still. The Earth will stand still. And if it missed us, something probably still would happen. Something that big has never flown by. What a coincidence. While the world is in upheaval, I know Donald Trump is the Antichrist. You may disagree with me. That's okay. We don't have to be offended. Elon Musk, the false prophet. I know where we are right now. Apophis is the perfect fulfillment. So, it weighs 30 million metric tons. So to give you an idea of how heavy this is, if you're in the United States, your aircraft carriers, the biggest ones, so one aircraft, can you imagine just one aircraft carrier that size of a big thick rock, probably made of metal inside, it's got those minerals and stuff. Can you picture one aircraft carrier hitting Earth? That would be bad. That would cause a massive tsunami. 100 feet high, probably. Well, this is 30 times that. 65,000 Nagasaki bombs. 65,000 of them. More than all the bombs that they say they have. I think that's Well, that is what Tom Horn says. I would have to see those calculations myself, but it probably is. It's a lot. So in Revelation 8, it hits an ocean, doesn't it? I believe it says it hits the ocean. It says fire mixed with hail and blood. That's hail, the particles from the strike. It's going to come with its little orbit of huge rocks around it. And it's going to look like hail with fire and blood. Crazy. And I'm not even close to done. So, here's where we can challenge the pre-tribulation rapture. If this is true, which it is, I'm sorry it fits too much. We're on the verge of ending out Mark of the Beast, World War III. We're going to see World War III likely. And then so if the pre-tribulation rapture is true, which I hope is, but I'm pre-wrath because we are not appointed to wrath. So seal 6 and Revelation 6 says God's wrath has come, and who can stand? And the men hid in the rocks and the clefts of the rocks, everyone, and all the evil men in the earth. And then, so his wrath has come, it says it twice at the very end of that chapter. And then 2 chapters over comes Apophis. It's Apophis. So if Tom Horn got that prophecy right, there hadn't been a pope abdicate the throne in 600 years. He predicted it 1 year ahead of time. It came true. He got so many phone calls from Catholic churches and Catholic reporters all over the world. And he had a vision that he saw this, and it struck the west coast of North America, like California areas, Cascadia. Do you trust what I'm saying? Because even if you don't, there's a massive rock coming towards Earth that we have never seen, aside from this other thing that's out there. Who knows what that is, but it's so far away. It's very strange. The pre-tribulation rapture. So let's here's the dates. These are real dates, though. And yes, we should always be looking out for the Feast of Trumpets and the things that Jesus didn't fulfill yet. I'm trying to think. Man, I have a lot of pain. And so the date that it's going to come within a hair's breadth from 300 million miles, or where, you know, how long has it been traveling for? Forever. Since the foundation of the earth and space. Trillions of miles. And it's just going to hit us, just going to miss us by a little bit. So, they say it's 2029 of all days, Friday the 13th in April. So with that known, it's not hard to do a little bit of calculation. If that is the trumpet, and the seals are done, the 7th seal, then the 8th chapter, the 144,000, then it goes to chapter 8, and then, you know, the altar, he fills it with fire and then pours it on the earth. Throws it on the earth, the angel. Then that's it. We know that is the midpoint. Probably when Donald Trump says, "I am God." In any case, I have a lot of neck pain right now. Count backwards. So if that's the midpoint, because it shows it in the book, that is the midpoint. It happens right after the 7th seal, aside from the 144,000 and being sealed and stuff like that. And we can test now knowing that this is coming, the pre-tribulation rapture. This is where it's tested. Right? I haven't seen a video of this yet. This is where it's tested because not many people believe this. Count backwards from April 29th, 2029, the start of the tribulation. You can get the first day of the tribulation. If that in fact is a wormwood, okay? Share this video, please. October 13th, that's 1 month from today. Not hard to look and see what's happening in the world. Our world is about to melt down. I see it. I see it. There's a lot of anger. Something like Charlie Kirk. Something like Putin and his games will start World War III. And then China will invade Taiwan at opportune time. So, the pre-tribulation rapture. October 13th. Okay? That means if this is Apophis, you hear me right now, no one else, sorry, I don't mean to do that, but I haven't heard anyone else say this yet. This is the test of the pre-tribulation rapture. This is where it will win or lose. Either way, we get raptured anyways. But this is the definitive test. So if it goes past October 13th, then there's no such thing. I don't believe there's a pre-tribulation rapture, but I hope in my heart there is. If all those are the calculations, those are the days. And you're going to say, no one knows the day or the hour. I'm sorry. Apophis is coming whether you like it or not, and it matches the first trumpet judgment. So just think about that. Keep this in your heart. Keep living the way you do. And I would watch the video. I don't have anything further to say. I think that speaks for itself. I think you can look and you can see the state of the world right now. It doesn't look good. And it's going to get ugly. You look, I'm not even looking for certain things, and man, violence, there's a lot of violence on this earth. Like, there just is. And you know what I find amazing? Like, and I don't want to get into those types of things, but just look at the right and the left paradigm. They're both not right. They're not. There's evil in both of them. There's more evil on one side, of course. I'm not calling the right side evil. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But there is a spiritual Ephesian battle going on between them of good and evil. And Donald Trump is the Antichrist, and that's why there's so much trouble in the world. He will not die like people think is going on. That will not happen. He fulfilled the curiously cured. I know that was at least a partial fulfillment. Assassinations now of people you don't like. Look in Germany, the AfD, 7 people. I saw Tucker Carlson last night interviewing Sam Altman. Did you see that? He asked him about the murder. Man, I haven't seen anything like that lately. Yeah, that guy who was calling Sam Altman out, he was definitely not suicidal, and he was just taken out. They said it was suicide, but there was blood all over the apartment, and he confronted him. I don't really like watching Tucker Carlson, but that one, wow, right to the bone. our world is Hamas. It's evil. We live in an evil place, and we will escape soon enough. I have my heart set to be prepared to die, if necessary. I'm waiting for that big rock. It's coming, whether you like it or not. And even if it did not hit the earth and that was not it, that would still be, you're going to see it with the naked eye. It's going to be pretty big. Anyways, guys, and so 65,000 atomic bombs of the Nagasaki size hitting the ocean at 28,000 miles per hour? Oh man, I forgot to record. No, I'm just kidding. That's some pretty big news. What kind of wave do you think that would do? And it would hit, I agree with Tom when he says it could crack part of the mantle of the earth. He said crack, yeah, part of. Man, it would set off volcanoes everywhere. And if you look further into the trumpets, it certainly looks like there's volcanoes too. There's a lot of fire. That's what I have to say. I think that's a pretty big message, and I don't mean to make myself anything. If anything, I want to make myself lower. I'm just saying that I haven't heard anyone say this about here it is. Here's the I'll say it again, objective measurement. If this is Apophis, this is the objective measurement. If it doesn't happen by the end of October 13th, there's no such thing as a pre-tribulation rapture. I'm pre-wrath anyways. But I love you all, and God bless. I love everyone. I don't care what side of that coin you're on.